What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of. Uh-oh. We're watching ourselves live. That's no good. That's not what we want to be doing. Whew. We had the first decent rain today in Seattle, but we too have been having fires, and the air has been quite red up here. I know California is getting hit. All my friends down there are like struggling. They are all struggling to breathe. No, they've just been sending me pictures of smoke in the air down in Southern California. And hoping they're all okay. They'll be fine. They know what to do. Get out of harm's way. Luckily, we didn't start any fires. Safety first. So we're back on the stream. I actually need to do something real quick. What happened was I started the stream on my other channel by accident. I had everything ready except for that. So when that happened, it's a full on I should really like label all these. It's just so much work to do all the time. Anyways, exciting news. News number one. I didn't even finish this part. There we go. Because we knew that was off. Before I even jumped over. I got my new keyboard in. Pretty fancy. It is much smaller than my other one. I'm missing a lot of space right here between these. I'm just missing some space here. So the shift button's a little bit shorter, and then they've tucked these and these in a little bit. So squared this off and lined that up. So not too bad. I just have to get used to using it, and I'm not quite there yet. Plus this shift button is so soft over here. Don't hit it too many times, otherwise you start your computer doing things. But function print screen, now watch, it's a pretty cool keyboard. So if I do, we gotta drop the lighting. So right, like you could program this lighting wise. I don't know anything about keyboards. Pulsing. Oh, monocolor's not too bad. No lights. Oh, that's cool. It lights up different every time you push it. What? That's neat. I don't know, still getting used to here. We'll just play and chat. I'm here, and we'll just do this. We're gonna play and chat, and we're gonna watch the keyboard light up. Where's the dollar sign? I forget where it is. 4. So still something to get used to anyways, I can. Oh, that's nuts too. That lights up the whole. This is too crazy. This is the function it was been on. Ooh. This is pretty fun. Wow. Wow. This is fun. Keyboard. Cool. Anyways, got a keyboard and consequently I fully upgraded the system. But I still need to try to figure out if I can plug my mouse. I think maybe if this is hooked up to Bluetooth, I might be able to use the USB. I don't know. I gotta still do some research and kind of hook this up correctly. Right now I'm just using the dongle, and that seems to be working fine. But new keyboard, not super exciting for everyone. This thing is just as heavy as my other one, which is crazy, and it's like missing like this much. So just, I guess, more mechanics, heavier duty. It's a brick. It's a brick. Anyways, there we go. Keyboard, fun. Could do one of those I paint all my keys keyboard tutorials. That's what everyone wants to see. Pretty fun though. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that. They're backlit, but they're not actually lit up, so. Okay. Keyboard, fidget spinner of the computer nerds. What do we want to do today? I feel like I want to do something creative, but I really want to draw this mask. But this head's not at the correct dimension. So I don't have any real like pressing projects. Everything's kind of like in limbo. Working on much more editing at this point, and then kind of trying to prepare to make a few chickens here and there. I do need to make the backdrop for the chicken project, or like the stand part. But the problem with making the stand part is that I don't. That was a terrible ollie. I don't have the material for it, and I need the material. It's like crucial to doing the project. You know what? Give me a second. I'm gonna hop out of frame. I'm gonna go. I got a box today. Maybe I should try to make one. Let's see. The problem is the spray painting part is the problem thing I don't want to do. No one side is big enough with this box. I like need a piece of cardboard. Well, maybe this would be the worst way to do it. So maybe I should try. So I had this Amazon box. It's a normal, everyday Amazon box. This is why my keyboard came in today. Gotta sneeze. Okay, so, I mean, at some point I could just print the whole thing on the box, out of the box. I'm just gonna get the black layer out for now, because this is gonna be prototype number 1. I want to see how big our box versus our stencil is. I'm gonna make it like this, I think, because I think that's the best idea. Oh man. So I'm gonna make this part first. My friend said I should make a bag stencil or a box stencil, which, you know, would be pretty easy with this. You just cut out the bottom of the box, you put your stencil in the bottom, tape that down, and then you drop your can of spray paint in there and you just spray paint it through the bottom of the box and onto the ground, which can be a desired effect if you're into doing ground graffiti. And at some point I almost think people see it more when it's on the ground because everyone's staring at their phones, so everyone's like, oh, there's some art on the floor. Where trash goes, where that's where art belongs to. So not a huge leap. Should I go that way? Should I go this way? I think I go. The issue is that even though the fold is a natural, the paper's still stronger in that direction. But it's starting to rain here, which is kind of a bummer. Let me just put it in the middle. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't really like it that way, but it can bend more that way. But it won't matter once we put the backing on. So here, I'm gonna go outside real quick and spray this down. Actually, I'm gonna shake this can of spray paint up real quick and then spray it down, and then I'm gonna leave it outside for a little bit and then pull it back in, cut it out, and see if I can build a little stand for it so it stands freely, what that looks like. Okay. That was enough shaking. Now I'll do more shaking outside. It's just too Okay, well, what's done is done. So quick, easy shot with the stencil. Accidentally painted my hand black. Should have went out there and used a, look at that. Uh-oh. Oh well, it'll wash off. So there's our stencil. Ooh, I know, I should. I'm in a pretty well ventilated area. It is drying just a little bit, but I'm not super concerned. Most of the paint that's on here is actually on the stencil that's outside still, so it's not too bad. Okay, so we're gonna cut around this. My plan, for the most part. I did want to put like a mound of dirt underneath it of some sort. Oh man. Whoops. I just cut straight through my paper. That happens sometimes on the desk of infinite projects. Oh man. Don't touch things on the desk of infinite. Oh man. I just messed that up. I mean, this definitely needs its red piece in there. It's just not the same. But if we make him thinner or more cut out, right, he'll have a better chance of not getting blown over in the wind. That was at least my thought. It still might be a giant sail. I'm gonna get paint. Oh my god. Got paint on my brand new sweater. I knew it. That's hard. Yeah, I can't be. I'm just joking with myself that happened. I literally haven't had this for a day. Ah, such is life. And so when I come down to the foot part, I want to kind of branch out and make it like so. Come down and branch it out and make it like so. All right, now we have this. And I might fill in all the colors for everyone so that we actually finish this project. But for now, with the sake of not fumigating me and dying in my room from breathing in fumes of cardboard soaked stencils, there's our first chicken stencil. Now, next plan is, okay, how many of these can I make out of a box? I could probably make at least 2. And then this part, the stand part. Okay, good. Stand is actually just exactly 1 flap. So I'm going to take this flap, I'm going to cut the flap off. Alright. I've never made a full size one of these stands. And the actual real question is, will it? Do I think the base is long enough? I need to cut it so it leans back just a little bit. So from here, I grab my ruler, and I probably want to give it just a little bit of a degree of cut. Like so. I'm gonna make it all a lot harder. And actually, this piece of cardboard isn't the one I want to use. none of them are the ones I want to use. They all go in the correct direction. Correct. So looking at all the pieces of cardboard, the ridges are all going in the other direction. It's fine though. We're gonna do it anyways. So we're gonna do that. And we don't have to necessarily come to an end. We could just probably cut something like this. Now, this is gonna lean backwards on our horizon line. So if we're pretending this is our horizon line, and here's our chicken, it's going, oh dear Lord, it's going to be backwards. Maybe that's too much. Maybe we want to push that angle. I think that's a good angle, actually, my guess, and that's actually where we're at. From there, though, we're going to have a few things that have to happen. Now, I don't know where my prototype is. It's been like floating around the last couple of days. So if it's folded like this, oh man, this is complicated. I need a flap to go along the base of the thing. So I need a flap that kind of turns, something that's scored but not cut all the way through. Right, so something like this. Oh, did I break my pencil? No, I just broke some of the paper, which is really what I want to do. I want to score it, but I don't. And see, the reason why I was kind of bummed that it wasn't the other way was because of this. The cardboard is more resistant when it's going against the grain. Okay, so there we have our first bend, which I don't think I did that right. I think this is wrong because I need more. Because by the time it gets to that first bend, I need to have, so it's like, oh my goodness. Should I start over? I'm gonna start over because otherwise it's gonna be too small. So let's start with our best material. Again, our Amazon box. We're gonna recycle it to the end. Recycle to the end. Hi, Kylie. That was a terribly unstraight cut. We're going to use this side again. We're going to block this out, give myself what angle I want this to stand at. Then I can match my ruler up. See, it's gonna make it weird. I think I should just make a normal one for the first one because I won't be able to cut it. I'm just gonna have to, yeah, okay. So my prototype looks like this, right? It's complicated because it bends, right? And then in that bend, we cut something. So I guess our first line of business is to draw the bend, right? You need to give it enough room though. This is not going to stand up. It's going to be too skinny. Because let me just, where's my test piece of cardboard? We're talking about once this thing bends over, if it's right there, right? It's going to bend in half, like somewhere here. This is a good thing about prototyping with cardboard. It's very easy to like mess with. Right? That's how much it's gonna have to stand. I mean, it will, but it's not. I want to give it more of a solid base. Let's try something else. Come on, Amazon box. You can do it. I have faith in you. What piece of the carcass am I gonna carve off next? Okay, maybe this is the winner. Maybe this is the ticket. There we go. So full piece. There we go. Let's cut let's make the design on this line. So there's our fold, right? That being said, in the middle of our fold, we have a piece of cardboard that comes down, out and down. So I'll just draw it like this one. In the middle of our fold, we have something that goes like this. Out. And then it does go this way. And then this goes down. Give me a better structure on that side. Now, that being said, right? Whatever. Could be just a fork, could be like that. That being said, if I want to have, so this cut in half, this cut down the middle, right? This works, right? This works. I'm sure it works. Scored right here. Right? Cut, 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 cut. And then here, this part, that part is the outside. So it's almost like I need to cut a corner square here that's the same length on both sides. So that's kind of important. Okay, so let's do a little bit of real measurement and give us some real educate. Wow, it's so close. It's not bad eyeballing. So that needs to be cut, and then this needs to be scored, bent, whatever you may call it. And if all these things are done correctly, we should have a working prototype. We do just hoping that everything works correctly. Okay. We're running out of cardboard. And then I have to buy something. That's how Amazon gets you for their boxes. Is that you gotta buy things to get their boxes. And then I gotta buy something again. But I'd actually rather not buy everything through Amazon if I don't have to. I just hope I did this right. Okay. Trust the process. Trust the process. And since it does fold this way, I'm just going to lightly score here. And bend this down. Like so. Okay, looks nice. Looks nice. Now, what's the difference? Oh, because that lays like that. This one lays like this. This comes up. Oh, so that half needs to be cut. Oh. It's got to fold there, but it's got to be cut down here and then up. Because it kind of glues like a tongue, I think. Okay, well, if we mess it up, it's all my fault. And that's okay. Let's just do what we need to get done. To try it out. Not going to get anywhere just by sitting here staring at the project. Ah, I see the tape is helping out the Amazon box. Did I cut this all the way down? Did it need to be? Not necessarily. But we're gonna do it anyways. Prototype number 1 happens. Okay, so this goes down. This came up last time. Then if you fold this down, it locks. Oh, it doesn't lock. Oh, I cut it too much. Okay, next time I'll remember, don't cut it so much. First things first though, in order to make this work, I really do need to notch it out. And I will, because it's causing it to spread a little bit. So I'm going to cut a little notch. And then next time, I'll know that I'm not supposed to cut it all the way down. But that's okay, because the first time making anything, it's just going to happen now. Especially if there's no real rhyme or reason why anything should come out right. Alright, so we're gonna fix it. No big deal. Always can fix things. I'm gonna come over here and just cut. This is some tape that actually this project I used yesterday on this project. Okay, there we go. There. And then instead, we're gonna have this happen. And yeah, that's pretty sturdy. That's even before our little popped out friend goes here, which we're gonna score going down using the back of the razor blade. Score going down using the back. And maybe just a little bit of thumbnail here, if you have it. You use a pencil, graphite pencil. But you're gonna want to just get that fold out there in the front. Okay, cool. I like it. Everything's looking good so far. So far, so good. It only took us, what, 3 different attempts to understand how this was gonna work. And even then, it's still a vague situation. So what I'm thinking is I need to attach this to the center of my friend here, right? That would be my goal. Okay. And how am I going to do that? I'm going to use the crafter's welding gun and pull out the hot glue gun real quick. I know it's going to take a second for it to warm up, but hot glue I think is the way to go. We can go tape, but I'm just thinking of like actual permanence. Hot glue, way to go. Sorry if you guys are not interested in the chicken project. I've been working on this for like the last couple episodes. Just getting into the flow of the new job is kind of mentally taxing, so I'm just working on surviving that. I can survive that, I'll be real happy. But work's going well, I think. I think everything's going well at work. So that's good. Everyone seems to be pretty friendly. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm not cutting towards myself, but I'm cutting straight towards a hot glue gun. Oh, what? Why am I making this harder on myself than it needs to be? I can just unfold this and cut out the shape instead of holding it in the air. The crazy person. Okay, there's that. And this can probably be cut like this. And we don't need any more of that. And then this can be probably cut like this. And then we probably want to give it the biggest footprint we can. And of course we can trim this down later. Here is our more dialed in prototype. You see there's like a back to it. It'll fold out. Oh, it's lighting my desk on fire. Time to glue. Time to glue. Oh. Okay. So we're gonna throw a little bit of hot glue on here. We don't need a lot, but we do need to be kind of quick about it. Be quick about it. Okay, moment of truth, right? Like, does it stand? It stands! Look at it. It's amazing. Whoa, don't get hot glue on my mouse pad. Okay. It stands. Okay, cool, right? Nice. Okay, unplug the hot glue gun of death. Jesus, it's so hot already. So, oh, you know what I do need to do? I need to put some hot glue under here. Behind that little breakout section. Okay, cool. So, how long did it take me to make one? So, if I want to make 100, it'd take me a long time to make 100 of these. But I'm pretty excited that it stands, you know. I could cut this at an angle a little bit, which was what my initial thought was to cut it at an angle. And let's see what it looks like when we fold it down. So you can walk out there with something that looks like this, and in a few seconds, you just pop up your piece, set your chicken down, walk away. It's all done. All done. Your fingerprints are all over it. Police are coming to your house to talk about your chickens that are trying to cross the road. But pretty cool, right? Like, it works. I do want to give it a trim. I want to try just to see what'll happen if I cut just a sliver, just to straighten out this back end too. And the reason I want to do this is just to get the chicken to lean back just a little bit, so it's not standing so up and down. You'll have to, when people view it, they'll see it from the street, right? And seeing it from the street, it'll be lower than them. So you want them to actually visually see it. Cool, right? I make things from trash into treasures. That's it. That's all I wanted to do today. I'm pretty excited about that. This little tiny prototype has been floating around the workshop for like a week, and it's annoying because it's, if you look, oh, hot glue gun, I told you. Ow. Okay. I knew it. The hot glue gun was gonna burn me. Oh well. Cool. I made the chicken. And so I can make an entire other one out of the other side of this Amazon box. Basically, let's see what's left after. Say I wanted to make, oh man, I should have hot glued the prototype cutout down, because now I have to make a whole new one. It's okay. Don't cut into your lap. That's not smart. So in order to do this project, I need one of these, and that's what I'll cut the template out on. And in reality, one of these, either one will do. Unfortunately, that's in the middle, so it doesn't matter either way. Okay. So basically, when all said and done, we would have 2 flaps and a middle piece. You could almost make 3. I mean, you can make 3 if you kind of glued everything together. But because all these pieces are in like sections of 3, 2 of them are disconnected. So the most I can make is 2 out of this one cardboard box. One for one side of the road, the other for the other side, right? Cool. And compactable, right? You could technically take these and put, I don't know, how many you think you could fit in your backpack? 25, 30? No. 15? 15 would be a good run though, if you're going out. for a walk. Getting rid of 15 of these would be a feat. That means you have to come to 15 intersections. So cool. I like it. Like I said, I have to make a whole new prototype. Actually, what I should do is, while everything is out, hot glue gun, you stay over there. I should just make one, because I have all the measurements really that I need, and I know what I'm doing this time. So real quick, just because we got a little bit of time, we're gonna make one more, and that was a 1.5 inch. Can't see that 1/2 inch mark. These metal rulers are not super helpful. And there's just 1.5 million scratches in this thing. Okay, so we're gonna go 3 inches. We're gonna go 1 inch. It'll give us our bottom diameter. Dotted line here. Dotted line here, making it to the bottom. Moving up about halfway, we're going to draw our thing. And we can do this the same diameter actually. It'll help us a little bit. Keep everything consistent. So one here, one here. And then let's say, I don't know how long this one was. This one was a good size though. To that it was 4 inches to the bottom, but it was about 3. It could come out farther even, but if it wanted to, but it doesn't need to. Okay. So if we draw a line here, there's our fold line, right? And then we move down here and we build a cut line, but the cut line's only to here. And then that cut line goes up straight as I can get it, I guess. Maybe I can just do like a straight cut. Be easier for me. Something like that. And I think if all those things fall into place, we're good to go. And then this can be cut down at some sort of angle, because this is the back wing. Oh, sorry guys, I'm not even showing you what I'm doing. Just looking at my face. It's not fun. Okay. So the new prototype, much better layout. I know what I was doing this time. So I'm gonna cut straight down here, all the way to here. I'm gonna cut this across. I'm gonna cut this across. I'm going to cut this down. I'm gonna cut this across. Okay, now my next step is to score this. So I'm gonna use the back of the razor blade for this part, not cut all the way through. Then I'm gonna do it again with something sharp. I can use the edge of this ruler. Although this ruler is just kind of deadly to hold. I'm not gonna give it too much because the grain's going that way, so just a little bit. And this one I'm gonna give it more because the grain is not going away. And I'm going to cut this across. I'm going to go all the way across. There's the bend. There's that. Got to get rid of this long end. And I think right here we're going to cut out a slit that's probably going to go down to about, I would say, the width of the opening, maybe? I don't know. We'll work our way down. But we need it to be flexible. Okay. From there. And then here. Wow, that's so close. I don't know how I made the fitment work perfectly like that. And so for this one again, this one even more than the other one. This one has a little bit of a lip to it, but I'm going to cut. Off to the back. So there. And see, the good thing is that this piece, the tension pushes back on this so that it's solid. It's pushing back on the way it naturally wants to come. So it's a solid design. Whoever came up with this, good on you. And thanks for sharing the TikTok, right? Oh man, this one's not as stable. It just doesn't sit as nicely. It almost looks like it has something to do with this little corner. Let's try again. Yeah, that's better. That corner was like making it tipsy. But once it gets the other side, once this side's glued in for the other part of the thing. But these can be made at any scale, and you can make stand-ups of anything, really. You can make stand-ups that are this small, just not this annoying, because look at actually how skinny this one is. Like, this prototype is really just terrible. It's a terrible design. It's cut bad, it's glued bad. The cuts are all off. And then you come fast forward and you have this design. Uh-oh. That's not where it's supposed to be. There we go. I don't know what's up with this one. It's a little bit weird, but it's still okay. Everything about it is fine. It'll get tacked on to this once I get the chicken sprayed, and maybe I'll get adventurous and go do that and do all the colors tonight. But we'll see. That might be a long process to start at 9 o'clock in the evening. That's true. That's true. I really want to make bigger stand-up pieces. The chicken's just kind of like the start of all sorts of weird ideas I have running around in my head. But on that note, if I do want to, and I don't know if I want to, spray down all the layers, because it does take a little bit of time to get it all done. I better sign off, you know what I mean? But thanks for watching. Like I said, cool. Watch out for the hot glue gun. That's what this episode should be called. Watch out for the hot glue gun. So if you wanted to make like maybe a Pac-Man or a Pac-Man ghost or whatever your cartoon character is that you want to put up or make more popular, you can do it inexpensively. This whole project, minus the Cricut, but I could do it by hand. You saw me cut that stencil with the X-Acto blade. So if I really wanted to do this could all be done by hand. And 20 years ago, I was doing it by hand. Now it's a little bit harder to do what I want to do because the hands are getting old and they hurt a little bit. But cool project. Stand up. Pops up, right? Let's get rid of some of this junk on the desk. Although that's going to be what I'm going to be working with right now. Project. Super thin. Undetectable. You could even go into the mall and put up your logo inside the Zoomies window, and they probably would never know that you put an artistic piece up there promoting your brand. You know? Whatever. Make stuff, make cool stuff, and show people your cool stuff, and if they throw it away, then wasn't that cool. If they tear down walls like they do Banksy stuff, then I guess it's just out of control cool. Like I can't even describe like the chaos that Banksy does when he puts out stuff because people are just stealing things. Like, don't paint on anything, please. It'll be torn down, or paint on things that you want to get torn down, right? So, anyways, that's gonna be it for this one. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday out there. We're halfway through the week, and we will be back on Friday to continue on. Hopefully I'll have a finished chicken to show you, and yeah, that's the plan. Finished chicken to show you, and we'll do something fun on Friday. Hopefully do something creative. I really want to get into the collage thing, but I just don't know how I want that to work out, whether it be like rolling dice and picking pages and then just cutting random things out, or rolling dice and then like throwing something on that page and then just cutting out that piece of that page, and then I don't know. I just don't know how to do it, or run categories of people and things and then try to find them in the magazine. I don't know. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope everyone, like I said, is having a great week. It is Wednesday, and we'll see you back here on Friday. Good night.